Hello, myself Sunil R Nair. Here basically we are discussing one of the topic, that is Oxford words. So in this basically we are discussing that basically how many words basically the Microsoft group basically got. So here basically we discussed that basically Microsoft got around 35 words basically, right? That we have already discussed. So in this, one of the person told that basically that seawater experiment basically is ongoing. So one of the person told that basically, can you count the data of the seawater basically? Then he told that is not possible. That basically we are actually calculating it from the experiment, that is Italy groups are basically doing the experiment basically. In this basically they are adding lots of things basically they are doing. Then after that basically in this basically we are adding the lots of data also, like for example around more than 35 crore word basically created. So 35 crore word created, that basically data we are that basically energy basically say cities, and that basically we are dumping in the sea water also basically. Then into that, yes basically. So sea water basically is containing that also. So one of the person told that basically University of the Oxford group basically created more than 35 crore word, and 35 crore word basically data basically has to dump into the seawater. So just see basically up to what dangerous role basically the University of the Oxford group are basically doing. And he basically, the Oxford group, he or she basically, that I don't know, it might possible that they might be very big group basically. They might be having some lots of big group basically, because from one person basically you can't create the entire industry basically. So you can't create the 35 crore word basically from one person basically. So there are from one university basically, I will take one university basically. So one university basically contains 35 crore word basically. So that group basically actually created what, 35 crore word basically. That would that university group might be having some hundreds of university they might have created. That is possible basically because 35 word one Oxford University basically can't create, but they can keep the control basically entire word basically. So he basically might be having, he or basically she might be having his entire group basically, and on the base of that basically he might be creating the entire words. In these words basically we had taken that basically, that how basically words are created, and this example also basically we had. This is the most dangerous example. So I will do one thing, I will mark this. This is also very dangerous, because in future basically, in future mostly this will not happen because Oxford University is there in Mumbai. In future basically, if Mumbai will go underwater in future basically, then this group will be responsible. How basically, this group basically might be getting the information first. Then one of the person told that basically, one of the software company told that basically, how you can say that basically, that how basically you can say this basically, that these groups are going to get first information. Then one of the person told that the human needs basically which you are having basically, right, that is basically not stored in the any of the database. Then one of the person told that basically that is stored in the database na basically. How basically, the data science basically companies basically are not there basically, they are keeping the each and every person's information. Yes, they are keeping each and every person's information. So like this basically data science project basically is there. But first basically the software company doesn't get the information. First basically gets the information by the power company, energy company, and the nuclear power company. Their software department basically gets the information that this person group, entire group basically had this all human needs, and according to that basically we are going to pass the energy supply basically. So like this basically things basically are there. Then one other person told that basically, yes you are correct there. Yes, you are correct. Basically, like this, basically the information basically are passed. So one other person told actually uh, that Mumbai city basically that is the 3 lakh 50,000 buildings, right? Basically, but the building basically when it was created, that time basically Oxford University basically might not have told that basically create this building from these all words. That all basically was created by the construction department basically, and that was basically handled by the World Bank basically. Why? That was created in the form of the products basically. So products department basically which are connected with the World Bank, they are also basically connected with the Oxford University, because without words basically you can't create the data na basically. For example, special basically Microsoft data, Microsoft software companies are basically getting created. For example, Microsoft Park basically creating their, they are creating their own park. Assume that basically, just taking as an example. In real also basically they might be having park. So in example, I am taking that Microsoft has is going to create one Microsoft Park. So for that, basically, he can take the help of the university base, University of Oxford University, that you can give the word basically. And one Oxford group told that basically we have already given you the 35 words, right? Basically, then Microsoft told that in future, basically, what are the words basically you are going to give? That basically we will decide in future only. Basically, for that basically you create this word of your park basically from according to that basically whatever rest of your words basically which we are going to give basically, that energy basically we are going to set from your to your building basically or whatever to your park with the help of the season basically. That is a season data, that is a season energy basically. Then they told that okay basically. So like this basically they created the Microsoft Park on the base of the current data basically which they got, and then basically they started the Oxford group basically given the set a rest of words data energy to the rest of words energy data to the nuclear power company and the power company. They basically started sending the data to the Microsoft group basically. So like this basically they given the data of 3,50,000 buildings. Sorry, this is that is Microsoft data basically. Microsoft data basically, that is the Microsoft Park data basically they are given to the uh, nuclear power company. So like this basically the nuclear power company was handling the Microsoft Corporation's park basically. So just see basically up to what level the things basically are connected. So this group basically 100% might be handled by the season group. They might be handling the, so according to one of the person told that for example one building basically got the project of CRM this that basically around 35 36 37 project they got. So according to that only the power supply basically might be getting passed, no? Then into the yes basically according to that only the power supply is getting passed. For example, Java project is ongoing, Microsoft project is ongoing, SAP project is ongoing. The SAP company basically directly connects to the software company, and the power, sorry, SAP company directly connects to the power company, and they basically say that pass this type of data basically, because their brain is supposed to think up to that level. That's why basically nowadays the people basically can't sit for 2 to 3 hours also. The reason, they basically connect to the heart attack basically. Why? Previously they were basically, but currently they are not. Why? Because the energy basically contains corona data also, and corona antibiotic data is also there. So that mixed data basically is not producing the data which on the base of that data basically the software group basically can sit for 2 to 3 hours also basically, but they are not able to sit. That means basically the data basically might be some problem. Due to that basically they are getting heart attack like this disease basically they are getting, and due to that basically lots of people also basically might have got the heart attack also. So like this, that's why basically the human resource group department told that basically half of the people basically work from home and half of the people basically work from office basically. So the combination of blood basically might be there basically, and the combination of power supply which is basically getting supplied to the power software company, that data basically might be having with the management department. Management department means software energy management department. Software department don't know anything basically, because they are controlled by the set of groups basically. They say that is the one group basically, that is the software industry management group basically. They take the decision. in next video basically we are going to discuss a little bit more about this.